Hey, hi everyone. So, welcome to this session. So, in this particular session, we will be talking about Docker. So, in our previous series, we were mainly focused on the installation part, but in this particular series, we will be speaking more on Docker. So, basically, we will try to create a basic Docker file, what all content we need to put in, how to build a Docker file, how to run them, what is container and all those stuff. So we'll not be covering all the basic things, but we will plan this session in such a way that even the guy which is having very elementary knowledge on Docker can pick it up from here. And as we proceed with this series, we will be presenting more complex use cases as well. Okay. So for this particular series, prerequisite is Docker should be installed. That is the one. And since we are using Vagrant VMs only, so that is anyway will be up and running as well. Alright, in the second part we'll be covering the basic commands as well, but we will be demonstrating it side by side only. So let's get on with the actual stuff. So let me open my terminal. So as you can see, the Docker is already installed on this one. Alright, so before we start, I'll just tell you two vital command which we will be using during this session. So first one is Docker images. So Docker images, this command will tell you like what all images are available on the system as if now, and if you can run Docker ps, so this will show you the container, like what all active containers you are having in the system as if now. Now if you just pass Docker images with -a option, you will also get to see the hidden images which you are not able to capture under Docker images, and same applies for container as well. You just need to pass with -a option. Alright, we will be pulling one image. So Docker pull is the command through which we can pull any image. We can also use Docker push to push images onto the repository, but we'll cover that later. The push part will just pulling the images. Apart from this, let me open the browser and I'll just show you this one. Docker basic commands. So we'll be touch basing each one of them as well. Like for an example, Docker run we will cover, Docker ps we will cover. So as and when whatever comes in our demo, we'll try to cover it up. Okay. So Docker pull to download images from the repository, push to push the images and all. Alright, so we'll get on with our demo. So we'll just quickly do Docker pull and Nginx. So we'll be pulling Nginx image. So in our previous session as well, you must have seen that we are using Nginx. So Nginx is a web server which is used to host your websites and web application stuff. Even the static HTML content, it is very good for those. Apart from this, it will be used as a proxy server as well. So you can use it as a load balancer as well and reverse proxies that we can see. Apart from this, like for Docker installation, you can refer the previous videos wherein we are setting up the things. Alright, so as you can see that we are successfully able to pull the image as well. And one more thing I would like to tell you, so all these highlighted parts, So these like in Docker, like installation or like whenever we do any upgradation as well or updating any image, so it will happen in a layered way. So layered way, you can see for this one, you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 layer has done this. So one of the advantage of using layered approach is, let's say if you are updating one uh, basic configuration itself, so when like create this image again, or when you are pulling this image, so only the updated part is getting updated. So this is what the beauty of this layered approach. All right, so let's quickly check. So I'm just doing Docker images, and now you can see that Nginx is there, right? All right, so let's create a basic Docker file. So for Docker file, you can keep it like this, Docker file. Let's on the insert mode as well. All right, so it is already there only. I'll show you. So in this particular Docker file, what we are saying is we are using this keyword from and followed by our image name. So we are basically trying to import this particular image, and in the second line we are exposing it on 8080. So in short, what we are trying to do is we are trying to uh, pull Nginx, and when we will try to access this, we will be assigning 8080 port. So let's say if we wanted to access it, we can use 8080 from our host machine itself. So only two things we have done. We just try to pull the image, uh, Nginx, and then exposing it. So two line only. We will cover other part as well, but this is how like we will learn in order to do the more complex examples. So for the time being, only two things. First one is like pulling Nginx image, and the second one is exposing it on 8080. All right, so let me just save this. You can also do this cat Docker file as well. If you do ls, you will find the Docker file here. Now let's build it quickly. Like let's create a image. So for creating image, we need to use this one, Docker build. Okay, so let me copy this. So with this Docker build, we will pass -t, like just to tag the image and all, and -t followed by image name. So in my case, I'll be keeping it my image. All right, so Docker build -t followed by your image name and the dot. So this dot will show that since my Docker file is lying in the current directory itself, so we'll be using this. So let me run this quickly, and if we do Docker images again, we can see two images. So first one is Nginx, which was already there. The second one is my image. All right, so now we will run this. So in order to run this, we need to use this one, docker run command. So docker run we need to use, and then we need to pass options as well. So let me just type it. So we are using -dit. So D is for like detach mode. So whatever container we are going to create, it will run in detach mode. And I is used for interactive mode, and T is for terminal. So we want to keep like let's say we want to use that container, so we can use a terminal as well. So this is one thing. Now we need to name the terminal as well. So in order to name, not terminal, the container, so you can use -- name for your container. So let's say container. Okay, let's keep it first container, first -cont. Okay, and then followed by the port. So now we are doing a port forwarding as well. So 8080 is the port on which we want to access our application. Okay, so the same 8080 we have exposed in our Docker file as well. And now for container, like we are giving this port. So container will use this port for internal incoming communications. Okay, and now we will be using image name. So this is the image for which we want to create the container. So let's run this. Now if you can check Docker, yes, you will get to see that one container is up with this name, right? First container. Alright, now let me just open the browser. Let's open this one only. And if we go to, before going to this, let's see IPADDR show to check the IP. So if we check this one quickly, alright, so this 5 is there, colon 8080. So we'll see. So see, we are able to see the default Nginx page, right? So we are able to access the application on 8080, and this is what we have exposed, right? Now what we will do is, this is the default page and we will replace it with our own HTML page. So if you can recall, like last time also we did similar sort of exercise. So this is our HTML for this time. Let me copy it and we'll quickly create index.html. Let me on the insert mode, and we are, so this is nothing but a HTML page wherein like we are publishing this is static content followed by a host name and the date, like just to see, like just to demonstrate like how we can do the changes in configuration as well. So let me just save this one quickly. Alright, now we also need to edit our Docker file. So now in this Docker file, what we are going to do is we are going to use one more command. So we'll be using copy command. Alright, so with this copy command, what we are going to do is we are going to copy index.html and we want to paste it on usr share /nginx followed by html. So this is the directory wherein like default index.html is there, which is rendering right now. So we will just replace it with this, right? So this index.html is already there. We are copying it into this one. So with this addition of one line, we can replace this default HTML page with our own index.html. Alright, so let me just save this quickly. And we will, now we need to create image again. Alright, so we need to build this image again. So let me put v1 version this time, okay, so that we can differentiate. So now if you do docker images, so see, you can see two my-images, but we will be using v1 because we have tagged this v1 as the latest one, okay. Alright, now I'm again running this docker ps because I want to stop this container. So I've copied the name of container, and how do we stop it? We can simply type docker stop followed by the container name, and you can check again by using docker ps. So see, nothing is there, everything is stopped. Why I have stopped it? Because again it is using 8080. So if we again spin up a new container, there would be a port conflict, right? So I need to stop it. And now let me quickly run this one. So let me change the name of container as well. Second container we are using, and for image name what we can do is colon v1 we are mentioning. Alright, so let me run this. So docker ps will tell us that this particular container is up. And now if you can just refresh this, so here you will get to see whatever the content we have mentioned in our HTML page. Alright, so this is how you can see how we can do the stuff and all in Docker. Okay, so this is what we want to cover in this one. Let's do a quick cleanup as well. So Docker stop. So before, like, whatever is running, we will stop it. So let me stop this container. It's taking some time here, but no worries. Okay, now if we do docker ps, nothing is there. Now docker system. Now with this command we can clear everything. So now I will check for docker images. Okay, so images are still there, but if I can see docker ps, so my container are not there. Okay, in order to remove images, what we can do is docker rmi followed by docker images. So RMI, this will remove all the images. So docker images, if we can do, see everything is cleaned and clear. Alright, so this is what I have planned and prepared for this particular session. Thanks for watching this one. If you really find it worthy, please like and subscribe. Thank you.